Hello and welcome back to 365 Days with mxmtoon. I'm Maia, a singer, songwriter, video maker, Oakland native, and a film fanatic. I'm also a huge fan of history. I love untold stories, gross facts, hidden secrets, anything weird, dark, and funky from the past. So each day, I'm going to share one of my favorite deep cuts with you. So let's take a look at today's story.
It's 365 with mxmtoon. New facts every day, so don't leave too soon. I'm gonna teach you stuff, no it won't be tough. Gonna go a year till you've had enough. It's 365 mxmtoon.
Today, in 2013, Frozen was released in theaters. Frozen is the 53rd Disney animated feature film. It was inspired by the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, The Snow Queen, though the story takes quite a modern departure from Andersen's fairy tale. The creators were committed to making sure he was honored in the film. One of the ways is apparent from the movie's four main characters. If you put the names Hans, Kristoff, Anna, and Sven's together, it kind of sounds like Hans Christian Andersen. In the movie, the Princess Anna, voiced by Christian Bell, travels to find her sister, Princess Elsa, voiced by Idina Menzel, or as John Travolta likes to call her, Adele Dazeem. Anna is accompanied on her search by her pet reindeer, an Iceman and a Snowman. Elsa's uncontrollable powers have trapped their whole kingdom in an eternal winter. Christian Bell says that she even relates immensely to her character Anna, and that she helped shape who the character was, especially her clumsiness. Frozen became the highest-grossing animated film of all time. It won the Oscars for both Best Animated Feature and Best Original Song, along with a Golden Globe and 3 Grammys. Frozen was considered groundbreaking because Anna and Elsa were female characters based in strength and freedom instead of a necessity to be rescued or be damsels in distress. The characters direct the narrative rather than waiting for the traditional prince to come save them. It's not just the characters who focus on feminism. Frozen is the first feature Disney film to be directed by a woman. Jennifer Lee wrote the screenplay and directed the film. She was also the first female director to gross $1 billion at the box office. I'm confident she won't be the last, and this is just a late start for Disney in selecting amazing female directors. The most famous song from the movie, Let It Go, also focuses on female empowerment. It's about letting go of the pressures from society to be a perfect princess, or a woman and a daughter for the normal people among us. Let It Go isn't just about female empowerment, it's also an example of incredible creative power. Robert Lopez and Christian Andersen Lopez wrote the song in a single day after a particularly magical walk through Prospect Park in Brooklyn, New York, on a winter day. The epic nature of Frozen didn't actually happen overnight. 600 people worked for almost 3 years on the animation of the characters, but it wasn't just those 3 years. The movie had really been in the making for 70 years. At least in terms of original idea. Walt Disney himself dreamed of adapting the Hans Christian Andersen tale in 1937. All that work on the animation went into making sure that the picture was more detailed than your average feature. For instance, animators would watch Idina Menzel practice in rooms from a ton of different angles just to figure out how to perfectly animate Elsa. The animators noticed that her abdomen twitched in a certain way when belting out song lyrics, so they animated Elsa's stomach to do the exact same thing. One of the animators had her kids pose as young Elsa and Anna to get the right movements for young children being rambunctious siblings. For the scene where Elsa builds her ice palace alone, 50 animators worked on the technology to get the animation right. One individual frame of the scene took 30 hours to render on the computer. The artists also took classes in meteorology to learn about snow and how snow crystals are formed from a man who goes by Dr. Snow and works at Caltech. His real name is Dr. Ken Librecht. The resulting snowflake generator program created 2,000 different snowflakes for close-up shots in the film. Another insane aspect of the animation is Elsa's hair. Over 420,000 individual CGI hairs were created to animate her epic mane. The hair even had its own software. The program, Tonic, was used just in the creation of Elsa's flowing locks. In real life, there's only about 100,000 hairs on the average human head. In earlier versions of the film, Elsa was going to be an evil queen. Crazy, right? She even had a coat made out of living weasels, but once Robert Lopez and Christian Andersen Lopez wrote Let It Go, they knew that the characters had to be rewritten as good. And thank God, because it definitely fits better that way. I mean, either way though, I probably still would have a crush on Elsa. In the years since Frozen first premiered, it's only further cemented its place as a cultural touchstone. Anna and Elsa both climbed up the baby name charts. Elsa broke into the top 100 for the first time ever. And now for our music fun fact. Today in 1990, MTV made an announcement. They would not air Madonna's new video, Justify My Love. Why? Apparently, it was too sexual for MTV. The video depicts couples at a hotel engaged in various stages of sex, some including leather and corsets. There's also some nudity and same-sex kissing. When Madonna heard MTV's announcement, she replied, "Why is it that people are willing to go and watch a movie about someone getting blown to bits for no reason at all, and nobody wants to see two girls kissing and two men snuggling?" That, Madonna, is a great question indeed. And now for our final segment of the day, I'm going to be going into my own photo archives to see what I was up to on a November 27th in my life. It's so dramatic. For what reason? If you ever thought Tumblr girls or like that genre of overly dramatic teenager was cringy, fun fact, I was that. I still am that probably. But in November 27th of, gosh, which year was this? 2016. This was before I was out. I made a list of things that I'm good at. On that list of my 16-year-old self, I wrote, I'm good at complaining, dying inside, mediocre singing, sounding smart, acting dumb, watching TV, falling in love with boys I have no chance with, and music in a general sense. Not in a specific sense, just a general one. It ended up being my job, so you could say that I'm pretty decent at it. And then my list of the list of things that I'm bad at is living life fully, being funny, writing, establishing close relationships, commitment, school. And so dramatic. There is nothing that I needed to worry about, but apparently I was very concerned about the things that I was good at and the things I was not so good at in my mind. But reality, I think we are all our own worst critic when it comes to judging how well we do things or what we need to be. When you should just be yourself, and you'll be bad at some things, but you'll be better at others. And it's okay to just be fine at one thing. You don't need to be good at every single thing we put our minds to. And that was a lesson I think I'm still learning, but definitely have more solidified in my life now. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you tomorrow. If you please, subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and follow along at 365 Days mxmtoon on your preferred social media platforms.
It's 365 with mxmtoon. New facts every day, so don't leave too soon. I'm gonna teach you stuff, no it won't be tough. Gonna go a year till you've had enough. It's 365